Hi guys, good morning. I'm back again. So, the way I figure out what to talk about is through inspiration, let's call it that. So like I can be scrolling through YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, and then I'll just kind of like understand something in a way that I have never understood it before, and I just feel like talking about it. So, yesterday I was going through TikTok and then I saw a video of this boy or guy, and then he was like that the reason why he's so broke is because he feels like everything is cringe. Like he feels like making videos. He was not even like the video that he's making self. He feels like that video is cringe self. So he's like he feels like making videos are cringe. He feels like posting a lot is cringe and all of that jazz. So I went to the comments as usual, and then somebody now said waiting be ice cream. I don't know the particular thing she said, but it was basically all these AI stuff that like people do, and then they get gifts and stuff and money and all of that. So she was like, waiting be that thing where she no fit to.
Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good.
And as per usual, I just laughed and I continued scrolling until like this morning when I was now on Pinterest. And then I now just saw like a post and it was like, don't limit yourself. You can be, I'm just trying to remember, you can be like a CEO, you can do the 9 to 5, invest, like just basically telling you that you shouldn't limit yourself and stuff. And then it got me thinking, like, a lot of people are like this because they feel like creating, let's call it creating, let's just call it creating. I mean, it could be creating, could be, I don't even know, but let's just call it creating because they feel like creating is cringe. And then you think about it, like, cringe to who exactly? You see, I feel like the problem is you feel, or people feel, that like they are creating stuff for themselves. Like, you are not your target audience. Do you get? Like, you're not creating stuff because you want to watch it later. I don't know if you get. Like, you're creating stuff for other people to watch. Like, you're creating stuff for other people to consume. So, like, you are not the target audience. You need to be able to separate yourself from whatever it is that you're creating to remove that cringe factor. I'm going to say it again. You are not your target audience. You need to understand that your task as a creator is to ensure that what you're creating is of value. It's providing some sort of value, some sort of entertainment to your consumer so that it will take away that cringe factor that is there. Because I say value because you need conviction, right? If you are not convinced that what you are doing, what you're creating is going to help the other person in some sort of way, it's very easy to like drop it or just throw it away and feel like it is cringe. I don't know if you get. So that's why I said value. That's why value is very important because if you do not believe in what you are doing, if you don't believe that it can help somebody, then it will not help the other person. Like it's not going to help anybody. So that's why value is very important. So as a creator, when you separate yourself from what you're creating, you start to see things differently. You start to see it as though you're providing for people. You start to see it as though you're giving something out. You're giving out something. So like you are not your market. Do you get? You're not the person you're trying to sell yourself to. I don't know if you understand because as a consumer, you're putting stuff out there for other people to. Sorry, as a creator, as a creator, you're putting stuff out there for other people to consume. So you need to be able to separate the two personalities. Do you get uh, personalities? I don't know personalities, mindset, whatever. But you need to be able to separate the two of them. Do you get? So yeah, if you want to be able to remove that cringe factor, if you want to be able to create without feeling like your videos are cringe and stuff, you need to separate the two of them. And quite frankly, who cares? Like, my love, who cares? Like, another thing, I feel like social media has twisted our perception of reality. Because tell me why you're not celebrating 12 views. I feel like that's also something that would bring in the cringe factor when you feel like you are progressing slowly and you're just like, oh, well, this thing is not working for me. Oh, deep, do you get? So that might also be something that might be causing the whole cringe thing. And like I said, tell me why you are not celebrating 12 views. I don't think 12 people can fit inside this room right now. I mean, maybe they can, but I'm not sure it will be comfortable. So imagine that. I feel like, who cares? I ask you again, you need to sit down and ask yourself that question, like, who cares? And I bet you the answer is going to be like, nobody. I mean, I don't mean this as far nobody cares about you. I mean this as far who cares what you do, like in terms of like creating. Mm-hmm. She gets, yeah, that's what, please. That's what I mean. And then when you sit down and ask yourself the question, you're going to actually realize that nothing is holding you back except yourself. I mean, except you have like physical constraints, like maybe a good camera and all of that jazz. But my dear, all those ones are secondary. Like you can always find a solution to all those secondary drama. But then the main roadblock is usually ourselves. Yeah. Like this life is actually too short to be questioning yourself or second guessing yourself. Like, do you know how many people have access to internet? Me, I don't know. But I know that they are a lot. Like, I am so sure that they are plenty. And then you can imagine having this, what would I call it? This market square of that, like, of this huge amount of people. And then you're telling me that you feel like every person there will feel your video is cringe. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Like, let's be for real. Like, think about it. There is what is making you, what are you cringing for? Stand up. Stand up and go and make that video. Don't get me angry. But yeah, I hope I've been able to pass a message, you guys. Like, don't limit yourself because you feel like your video is cringe. Be able to separate yourself from whatever it is that you're creating. I know I'm speaking specifically on video or content creation and all of that. But I mean this in every other aspect. If you want to get into sales, if you want to get into tech, if you want to get into marketing, whatever, do you get? Don't limit yourself to what you're creating. Mm? Be able to separate. Like, just think of it as far, oh my God, there are 10,000 people that need my help right now. Let's say you're making this hat, for instance. Be like, oh my God, there are 10,000 people that need this hat. And then if I don't do it, how will they get it? Exactly. Like, that's literally what it is. I mean, oh my God, there are over 500 people that need this video to be out. There are over 500 people that would like this video I'm putting out. Wow, I need to help them. Exactly. That's genuinely what it is. Like, just put yourself in that mindset that you're giving out, that you're helping people. And I promise you the cringe factor would leave. And another thing that I have to tell you is that when eventually you make the hat and you don't get to give it to over 10,000 people, don't retract, don't pull back and be like, I didn't get up to 10,000 people, I'm sad. Don't do that. Instead, be like, oh my God, I got 5 people. Wow, they're going to spread the information and I'm definitely going to get the 10,000 people. Like, I mean, this is a mouthful, but then you can shorten it to whatever and however you want it to be shortened. So, yeah. I hope you've been able to learn because I'm out here teaching you guys. Yeah. So, um, I think we've come to the end of this video. So I just hope you were able to understand the message I was passing across and you learned something from this video. I want this video to change your life. I want it to change your perspective of yourself and how you view the world. So yeah, bye guys. I'll see you in my next video.